It's Week 14 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes, your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Commanders and the Niners, next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
On the other side of the field, for the visiting 49ers, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing on the ground. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll give this to Singletary running right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Wentz to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From midfield, here's Wentz. Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes, and the catch made by Johnson. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play fake. Mahomes. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Mahomes now to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. they've got something dialed up here that puts it in the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And right side, they're going to go option here. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. How about this? They'll try the option left side. And he'll get this up to about the 40. From the 40 now on second down. Wentz got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wentz. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He'll get this up to about the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The partner, this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now here's Mahomes. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, then go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A good chunk. 18 yards. Now Wentz. And it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. He's got this complete to Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. On 2nd down and 4. Mahomes.
He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
A give for Taylor running right side. Down to about the 45.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Mahomes.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A give, Singletary right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Wentz now on first down. It's complete to Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Shakes off the... But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an air. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Wentz. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the 39, Mahomes. That's called left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands of Pitts here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd down and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now Mahomes. He gets it left side to Johnson. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Dameon Pierce, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Allen Lazard, a touchdown reception. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Complete to Olave on the out route. And he goes out right around the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Mahomes is going to run the option left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. On the draw is Taylor. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
On 1st down, Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Singletary, they'll go up the middle and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 2nd and inches, Mahomes. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes' throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On play action, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. On the handoff, Taylor down right around the 25. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Throwing is Wentz. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Wentz. Throwing the out route, he's got Parker. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Wentz now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On play action, Wentz. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this up to about the 44. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Mahomes. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. And it'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for the Commanders,
the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks.